regularly. The difference between the experience before and the experience now is profound. So yeah, the trust part of it is something that once it hits, and once you free yourself as a leader, and once your employees realize, hey, this guy isn't just out for himself. He really cares about what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, and he wants me to grow, and he wants to train me, and he wants to make sure that I'm happy and fulfilled in my job. Once people realize that, because it's such a rare thing to find, suddenly everything changes.
Yeah,
right? And that's what we found anyway.
Yeah, and your business results change too, because as an organization, the only way you're going to knock it out of the park is if you have everyone bringing their best to work. And the best way to get people to bring their best to work is for you to extend trust to them, for you to let them bring their ideas and their innovative ideas. So let's think about COVID. Like, COVID is a perfect storm for innovation, agility, new ways of working. And so early on in the pandemic, we asked our clients that we were working with, sort of, what are you doing? How are you managing this? So within the first few months. And what really blew us away was that amongst the best workplaces, and I know this isn't typical of all companies because I've seen what other companies are doing, but certainly amongst the best workplaces, the leadership acted boldly, they communicated strongly. More importantly, they really flipped things around and started listening more than they ever have. And most importantly, they had to trust people. So even if that was hard for them, even if they were in their minds thinking, oh, no one's going to do any work working from home, right? They had no choice. And what did we find a year later, right? Like, so we did a follow-up survey a year later, and something like 75% of the companies were saying, oh yeah, this kind of move to hybrid work, this is sticking around.
Oh yeah.
And it's not to save money. It's redeploying bricks and mortar investments into employee wellness benefits, things like that.
That's exactly what we've been doing. It's funny that you say that, because certainly at Pace, I have always been relatively old. I'm an old guy. So I've always been relatively old school about remote work. And I'm a very collaborative person. So, you know, in my mind is like, I need to be face-to-face with people. They need to be face-to-face with each other to share and to do all these things. But with the technical tools that are available now, and again, we were forced into this. So we had to find a way to make this work. And as a leader, I can say that I was pretty engaged with the team in general, but I had to be even more engaged. I had to make sure that I was talking to people one-on-one, to make sure that their mental health was where it needed to be, and that their health in general and their families were okay. I had to sit in on other like individual departmental meetings, not been in on a weekly basis, but then I started having to do that because I wanted to make sure that the right things were being discussed. And all I found was that people were more engaged over Teams and over Zoom than I ever imagined that they would be.